Squat every day 99. Look at it out here. It is cold and wet. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Today I'm going to do the Kang squat. I know a number of you hate the Kang squat, and maybe for good reason. It looks like how somebody would squat if they don't know how to squat at all. It's basically a good morning and a squat, have a baby, and the baby turns out worse than either of the parents. I still like it. It really warms me up. And after I work up to, say, a heavy triple on the Kang squat, I'm gonna do some deadlifts. I'm gonna try to get warm in this garage. It's like 30 degrees in here right now. And maybe I'll throw something fun on the end of the video. Maybe I'll do one of my old-timey lifts. I don't know. Tomorrow's day 100. I had 100 days before. I had over 100 days. But then I had a little relapse-y poo with alcohol. For those of you who don't know, I'm a recovering alcoholic. And yeah, you know, usually I don't struggle with it, but a little over 4 months ago, I had a pretty big little relapse. I tried to burn my life. And I'm doing good now. I'm doing really good now. But, you know, you can never be too careful with something like that. Addiction. Don't fool with it. That's my advice for today. If you're an addict in recovery, don't fool with it. There's some banner advice you can take to your therapist. Yeah, so Kang squat. And if you don't know what a Kang squat is, I'll show you. What I like to do is start with a weight I can handle easily, and then I just add 10 pounds, and I just go up as quick as I can, get nice and warm. Stay tuned. So the last time I posted a Kang squat video, which first of all, I don't even know that this is called the Kang squat. I felt like I heard somebody say it. But anyway, a number of you hated it. Basically, all this is a good morning right into an ass to grass squat. Yep, there you go. See? I'm doing sets of 3. I started at 45 pounds. I go up at 10-pound intervals as fast as I can, roughly, within reason. And I went all the way to 160 today, which is a new PR for 3. I think it was 12 sets, which is too many sets, for sure. And I gotta limit that in the future. But I love the Kang squat, man. I just think it's so great. I feel so warm and so good right now. And yeah, the arguments against it are pretty sound, you know? Like, certainly you could argue that I'm teaching my nervous system a bad movement pattern for the squat. And especially bad considering that it's one of, or at least part of where my squat is struggling. I do kind of a good morning squat. And like I pitched way too far forward. Now it's gotten better over the last few months. My argument for it is that I'm strengthening those positions. Now, what about injury? What about getting hurt? Well, I did work up to 160 today, which is pretty heavy for me, but it's nowhere near my max. Like, I could definitely do this with 200 on my back, which would put me roughly at 80%. And the overwhelming majority of my sets were well under 80%, well under even anything remotely approaching maximal. And so I would argue that I'm strengthening those bad positions, that I'm probably neurologically reinforcing them to a degree. But in the event that my body ends up in them, I'll be strong enough to get out, you know? Now, that sounds a little bit like preparing to fail, you know? Which is the worst kind of preparation in my mind. I mean, I don't want to strengthen bad positions half as much as I want to avoid getting into them to begin with. And I get that argument too. Here's the other piece. It's just fun. It's just a fun lift. I just enjoy it. It's fun, and I get really warm after. You know, like my joints are ready to work. I am gonna do some heavy deadlifts next, and it's 30 degrees in Savannah, 35. I'm in a garage. Like, these are not optimal positions, situations to get warm for heavy lifting, but I feel completely confident, completely ready, and I think it's good for that. Now, I did do too many sets, for sure. At 3 reps a pop, that puts me at between 36 and 42 total reps in roughly a half hour. So, you know, is that ideal? No. And certainly I should do something about it in the future. I'm gonna have to take bigger jumps, probably. 20-pound jump seems reasonable. But yeah, man, the Kang squat, what are you gonna do? I love it. Right here, I jumped to 150 rather than 145 because it's just 150. I just like it better, you know, with the 2.5s on the end. So I broke my own rule and did a bigger jump. I'm watching it for the first time, same as you. This is the only part where it got kind of dicey. Although, geez, that feels good. Also, I'd like to pat myself on the back just for a second here. I'm essentially playing with 150 pounds, which I know a number of you are straight up weightlifting monsters. But 150 pounds is kind of a big deal for me. Like, that's not a weight I've ever been able to play with before. We're moving to 160 for 3. This is a PR. And yeah, like, it's not the coolest PR. I think I'm the only person that's doing Kang squats. So, you know, there's no like global metrics for me to compete against. But I'm proud of it. I was really happy with this. And they felt good, you know? I did some pausing in the bottom position, I think on the next rep. And just experienced that weight down there. I just felt it in my ankles, my hips, really braced hard into my belt. Good stuff. So anyway, I might include some bonus features at the end of this video, but this is Joe in real life. I love you guys. Be nice to each other today. I'm gonna try hard to do the same. Oh, and happy solstice. That might be tomorrow, but you get the idea. Oh.